Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing a really simple thank you card using the MFT You Keep Me Afloat stamp set. This adorable set can be used in so many ways and there are sentiments for every occasion which I really love. But for today's card I'm going to keep it really simple. I'm using my favorite image out of this stamp set, which is this one. Isn't it adorable? It can float onto the water. So I have stamped it out using Gina Design Amalgam ink, and I did that on Transotype Perfect coloring paper. Now I'm coloring it in using my Copic markers, and I'm working from darkest to lightest. There are many ways to color with your Copic markers. Personally, I find going from darkest to lightest the easiest, and with this paper I need at least 2 layers as well. So I'm just doing that. Also, I'm flicking a lot today. It's also a way to color with your Copic markers. Personally, I struggled in the beginning with coloring with Copic markers, and flicking was the way for me to get the blending going. So maybe that can help you as well. From time to time I change it up, but also when you're coloring in critters, doing some flicking sometimes really helps it with getting the fur showing and making it softer than just doing the other way of blending with your Copic markers. Now I'm going back and forth until I'm happy with the blend, and then I can move along to the other colors. Also, something that is really handy when Copic coloring is the colorless blender. I personally cannot live without it. It's one of those markers that run out every time I use them. It was the marker where I bought the first refill ever for. That was my first. Why? Because I use it all the time. When I go outside the lines, I don't panic. I know that I have the colorless blender to help me get that color back inside of the lines, or just to remove it outside of the lines. Already on the final color, just adding a bit of shading on the light areas, and then I am going to use the matching dies to cut it out. So really simple. I'm going to use some purple tape to keep the matching dies in place, and then it's already time for the background. For the background I took an A2 sized panel. This one was cut out using the basic rectangles from on my elephant, and I'm masking those edges because there are some stitching details and I really like it when I can keep them white. Now to create an ocean or a sea or a river, I am using the ocean wave stencils from Fawn. I'm just using one because I'm trying to keep this card as simple as possible. And I'm going to use Stormy Sky Distress ink to give this ocean some color. Now something that I also wanted to do was to let it fade out more into the white, so I have a lot of ink on the top of this ocean right near to the stencil, and then it is fading out more towards the bottom of this panel. And that's really simple, really quick, and it's just really lovely at the same time. I'm stamping out the sentiment that is inside of this stamp set. I think this is adorable. Thank you for being there for me, even when the waters are rough. And I think this ocean wave stencil that I used was perfect because it's a bit rough water, but also really pretty. I'm adding some thin foam squares on the back of my image, and I'm going to add it on the left bottom of this panel. I wanted to add some sequins, and I found these black licorice heart sprinkles mix from Trinity stamp. I love the heart sprinkles. Many brands also carry these sprinkles. I love it. So these one are black. I also have some coffee beans, so the brown ones, and then I mix with red, pinks, whites, and then I also have like several bright colors. So many options. But in this case, since the card was this simple, I decided upon the black ones. Otherwise, I would have used the red ones because I used red on the image. So before adding anything more, I'm going to add this panel onto a card base. And then I decided to finish off the card by adding a bit of glossy accents to the image, making sure that I was going really slowly to not spill any glossy accents where I didn't want it to. And once that is on there, I am going to call this card finished. Really simple, really quick, truly. If you need a lot of thanks cards, then this is definitely an idea that can be multiplied really easily. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I wish you all a fabulous day and I will be back soon. Bye!